It's prom season, which means one thing and one thing only, Hood Prom. And I think what a lot of people fail to realize is Hood Prom and baby mama culture are like this. You can't have one without the other. You can't have Hood Prom or the baby shower stuff or the gender reveals or anything like that without baby mama culture, because the reason why the dresses are so extravagant in the cars and the show and the presentation is because this is the closest these girls will ever get to being a bride. In the Black community, I'm sorry to say it, actually no, I'm not, because it's the truth, especially in lower income households, there's not as much of an emphasis on family anymore. These kids aren't getting married. They're going to be baby mamas and baby daddies, so they're never going to have a wedding. These girls are never going to walk down the aisle. Some of them probably will, but the majority of them will never be a wife. They will never be a bride, so they'll never have a wedding. That's why the dresses remind you of big, beautiful wedding dresses. These kids are substituting their wedding with prom.
Hey mama, word on the web says this is you. I haven't verified that, but word on the web says this is you at your prom. What in the JC Penney, Temu, Mormon Silk went with my cousin is this shit right here. Is this why you mad? Girl, I'd be mad too. Anywho, have you ever heard of that song from Family Guy? I'm just a prom night dumpster baby. Remember that song? That's funny. I would advise you not to sit here and cling to stereotypes about baby mama culture when you are firmly connected to the baby annihilator culture. Alright? Alright, girl. I mean, just go ahead and be mad. Just be mad, but don't say stupid shit out loud where we can all hear you. That's just weird. You know? Girl, please get a new shtick. Please get a new shtick immediately. Oh, cornfield racist. Ew.
It's prom season, which means one thing and one thing only, Hood Prom. And I think what a lot of...
Okay, first of all, you're a grown woman. You're an adult. Why are you sitting over here obsessing over what young girls are wearing to prom? Why are you thinking about high schoolers in general, honestly? Like, I'm 21, sometimes I see, like, teenage girls post their prom dresses online, and you know what? I don't care. I just think, oh cool, hope they have fun. Like, never does it occur to me to scrutinize their dress or, like, talk badly about them, because that's so weird. These are children. And furthermore, why are you obsessing specifically over what black girls are wearing to prom? Because in this video, you're basically saying that you see a lot of black girls wearing extravagant, really nice dresses to prom, and that must be because they never plan on being a wife one day. Like, they know that they're never going to be able to have a wedding, so instead they put all that emphasis on prom. All they're going to be one day is a baby mama. And aside from how incredibly racist that is, what are you talking about? I'm sorry, where are your wedding photos? Would you want to show us your wedding dress? Like, who married you? The only explanation I can think of is that, like, when you were in high school, your crush asked out a black girl to prom instead of you, and now you're just, like, bitter and hateful about it for no reason. Like, now as an adult, you're trapped in this one-sided competition with black girls for no reason but your own insecurities. Get therapy or something, I don't know. But it's so strange, it's like, has it ever occurred to you that maybe those black girls you're seeing are wearing extravagant dresses because it's prom? And everyone does that? Prom is a huge thing. People look forward to it a lot in high school. Girls go all out with hair and makeup in their dresses. Like, that's what it's for. You wear a dress you're probably never gonna wear again. You go all out for it, you know, that's the fun of it. A lot of black girls wear very nice dresses because they can afford it, they want to look good for prom, and everyone does. The fact that you see a black girl, you know, wearing a nice dress and immediately think like, oh, well, it's because she's never gonna be a wife one day, so she just has to put all of her energy into prom instead. That says a lot more about you. That just shows that you have a very weird, like, bitterness toward black women for no reason. It reeks of jealousy and projection, you know, like, you're afraid that you're never gonna get married one day, so now you have to convince yourself that you're better than them. And again, it's so weird, like, why are they living rent-free in your head, you know? I bet you they're not thinking about you at all. They're just living their lives. Also, I love all the black women in our comment section who are, like, posting their wedding photos and stuff. You look great.
It's prom season, which means one thing and one thing only, Hood Prom. And I think what a lot of people fail to realize is Hood Prom.
What beautiful black queen stole your prom date? Because black women are not concerned with you, yet you are concerned with them. Just say you're jealous that you couldn't afford a beautiful dress. My daughter is a freshman in high school, and this was her winter formal dress. Off the rack, with alterations, $500. And prom, I'm letting her go all the way the fuck out. I'm going to try to have a custom designed dress for her to show off that black girl magic. Because you know what? I'm doing this because I am going to be releasing her into a world of people like you who will consistently tell her she's not good enough for anything and she's always gonna have to work 10 times harder to get noticed. The 8x11s at her school showed up to the winter formal looking like this. Now, who really is trying to get as close to being married as possible? Just admit you guys don't have culture, you don't have style, and you don't have fucking community to back you to make sure that you have the most wonderful experience before you enter the dredges of adulthood.
I'm 23 and so is my boyfriend, and we're moving in with my grandma this summer. And honestly, more Gen Z people should consider it because it is probably one of the smartest things you can do if you are my age. Because think about it, it is a very mutually beneficial relationship, right? I get free rent, I get to save up, and so does my boyfriend. We get to save up to have a...
Ma'am, that is the most baby mama activity I have ever heard. You're gonna leech off your grandmother for free rent with a man that you're not even fucking married to. So I need you to keep black women's name out of your fucking mouth, ho.
A viral debate is taking over social media, and it is sparkling a serious conversation about the culture, identify, and respect. A white content creator is facing backlash after claiming that so-called Hood Prom celebration in black community are replacing wedding, linking them to the absent father, and that she is called baby mama culture. But the reaction immediate and intense. Black creator and the commenters are pushing back hard, calling this statement not just accurate but deeply offensive. They argue this promo celebration are about something entirely different, honoring achievement, celebrating milestone, and showing up the next generation. So what's really going on here? In this case of culture, misunderstanding or something deeper? And who get defined what celebration, success, and family look like? Let's break down. So before I continue, I want to give credit to original creators of TikTok clips used in this video. All clips belong to the respective creator and are used here for commentary, news reporting, and education purpose only.
It's prom season, which means one thing and one thing only, hood prom. And I think what a lot of people fail to realize is hood prom and baby mama culture are like this. You can't have hood prom or the baby shower stuff or the gender reveals or anything like that without baby mama culture. Because the reason why the dresses are so extravagant in the cars and the show and the presentation is because this is the closest these girls will ever get to being a bride. In the black community,
Black women are the most educated group in the country. Birth rates for black teens have decreased by 34% from 2016 to 2023. Less of them are going into motherhood, and more of them are going to college. You don't say this about a debutante ball, you don't say this about a quinceañera, but you want to say it about black girls in prom. Talking about how extravagant the dresses are and how extravagant the cars are. Just say you're jealous. You sound like a hater, and a hater is nothing but a misguided admirer. Do you wish it was you who had an extravagant dress and pulled up with an extravagant car? Because why are you as a grown woman worried about what teenage girls are wearing to prom? Maybe the only thing that you think is worth celebrating is being married to a man. The marriage rates and birth rates are dropping for all races, including yours. You want them to idealize marriage because you do. You said all of that just to say I may not have had a fancy, extravagant prom, but at least I'm not a baby mama. But even with a baby on their hip, they're still getting their education. And a degree is much harder to get than a man.
Now check that.
it's prom season, which means one thing and one thing only, hood prom. And I think what a lot of people fail to realize is hood prom and baby mama culture are like this. You can't have one without the other. You can't have hood prom or the baby shower stuff or the gender reveals or anything like that without baby mama culture. Because
every couple of months, somebody who look like a jar of mail bring their happy ass on the internet and say some stupid shit like this. But it's not even really that bothers me. What bothers me is people in the comment section saying, oh, stop engaging with her rage bait and stop engaging with this and that. She came here running her mouth to be annoying, and people are responding that, hey, yeah, I am fucking annoyed. Hey, I am fucking offended. And they're saying something, and that was not engaged with the rage bait. No, fuck that. Engage with it. She wanted the engagement. Let her ass get the engagement. Carry on.
So no one invited you to prom. That's why you're feeling this way. Damn. Sucks to be you.
So it's prom season, which means one thing and one thing only, hood prom. And I think what a lot of people fail to realize is hood prom and baby mama culture are like this. You can't have one without the other. You can't have hood prom or the baby shower stuff or
the gender reveals or anything like that without baby mama culture. Because the reason why the dresses are so extravagant and the cars and the show and the presentation is because this is the closest these girls will ever get to being a bride. In the Black community, I'm sorry to say it, actually, no, I'm not, because it's the truth, especially in lower income households.
Just say you're racist and you hate Black children, because why do you think Black children give a damn about what you think about their prom? You must be so miserable because you didn't get to go to prom and your parents didn't spend no money on you. Why are y'all so upset about what Black people do for their kids? And what does going to prom have to do with being a baby mama? They're not worried about having kids.
Prom and baby mama culture are like this. You can't have one without the other.
My father left me to go work for Donald Trump, and today I'm going to show you one of the only Christmas gifts he's ever gotten me.
We just stay embarrassing ourselves, don't we? Watch this.
It's prom season, which means one thing and one thing only, Hood Prom.
You know, you can just say if you're jealous.
And I think what a lot of people fail to realize is Hood Prom and baby mama culture are like this.
Oh, really? How close? As close as our culture and unseasoned chicken?
You can't have one without the other. You can't have Hood Prom or the baby shower stuff or the gender reveals or anything like that without baby mama culture.
What are we collectively? What are we doing?
Because the reason why the dresses are so extravagant and the cars and the show and the presentation
is joy, excitement, the desire for community and connection and celebrating young people as they are achieving things through their high school career.
Is because this is the closest these girls will ever get to being a bride. In the Black community.
Oh my God, it really got dumber. I can't believe it.
I'm sorry to say it. Actually, no, I'm not.
Yeah, we know. We can tell.
Because it's the truth.
No, it isn't.
Especially in lower income households, there's not as much of an emphasis on family anymore. These kids aren't getting married. They're going to be baby mamas and baby daddies, so they're never going to have a wedding. These girls are never going to walk down the aisle. Some of them probably will, but the majority of them will never be a wife. They will never be a bride, so they'll never have a wedding. That's why the dresses remind you of big, beautiful wedding dresses. These kids are substituting their wedding with prom.
My God, one of the worst takes I've heard on this here internet in a long time, and that's saying a lot. Because how dare you take something like prom, which is celebrated by children, remember, and turn it into some sort of what you thought was a thoughtfully crafted expose on the reality of Black American culture. Please, ma'am. And the way you so quickly run to try and link poverty with Blackness and try to link baby mamas, baby daddies, i.e. single parent households, to Black culture, and very clearly try to correlate that with some sort of perceived moral failing with absolutely no introspection as to what folks who look like us have going on in terms of statistics of the same nature. And furthermore, white people celebrate prom. White people get all gussied up. We wear big dresses. We get excited. We take pictures. We pay to have our kids go out and have corsages and get fancy dinners or ride in limos all the way to prom. It's almost like we could just shut up and let people who aren't us have a good time and celebrate what brings them joy and happiness. Oh, that's right. Apparently, we as a collective can't seem to do that. This just irritated the snot out of me. Let me be honest.
Being such a loser that you feel the only thing in your life worth celebrating is you being attached to another person. I know y'all seen that video of that cat lady with the scraggly hair talking about proms and weddings. Imagine being such a loser that you don't feel like anything else in your life should be celebrated. It's just like when the people get upset that people don't want to spend X amount of money to do X, Y, and Z for weddings, when these people have probably been here with you throughout your life, but you feel like that's the only celebration that matters. That's the only one that counts. They've probably been there for birthdays, other things. You have no self-worth and no self-value until the day that you are getting attached to somebody else. Y'all don't think that's sad? All y'all sit here and judge these kids for their proms. They are celebrating themselves. They're celebrating school. They are celebrating because they are worth celebrating no matter how small it is. Coming from somebody who will go do a random photo shoot during the year or a random photo shoot for my birthday. Makeup, the photo shoots, those things are probably the only time that you're really going to do that. And that's why you feel like it's such a big thing that everybody has to be involved in, that you get to judge other people for not having, or you think other things are not worth celebrating because you have no self-esteem, you don't celebrate yourself, and the only thing you can celebrate is being attached to another person. That is sad. That is actually very sad.
You know what's absolutely freaking disgusting about this Hood Prom baby mama culture video that's circulating around? You're upset about Hood Prom because you don't expect for black people to have enough money to get a Rolls Royce or a Jaguar or a beautiful crystallized handmade custom dress, to be able to get their beautiful hair done day of and have someone fly in and do their daughter's nails or get their son a handmade tux. You don't expect that. So the only way you think that black people are obtaining that or by scamming and cheating, the only reason you think, oh, it's so stupid that they spend all this money on Hood Prom but they still live in the projects. Are they not allowed to have some joy? Are they not allowed to have an iPhone? Are they not allowed to treat their children the hard work that they do? Do you not understand that several of these families will work overtime, will save money, the same way they save money for a quinceañera, the same way your parents save money to buy your first house or to send you to your prom? They save money for their children for years to be able to do this. And you come on here and say Hood Prom and baby mama culture? Stop focusing on these 18-year-olds enjoying their prom.
And I just want to know who came up with the term hood prom season. Because I've never been to any prom send-offs in the hood. They are usually around neighborhoods where the homes are at least about $500,000 or more, and these folks are not struggling for money. And they're able to send their kids off to college. The thing I hate about the internet is they like to group everybody under one umbrella, and that's not how that works. Everybody did not spend their rent money to be able to send their kids off to prom in a nice way. And that's, if you, like I said, if that's how they decided to do prom for their children, that's their business. You know what I mean? Yes, they put it on the internet. Yes, some of us may think it's crazy. I've never done it with my money, but the ones that I've been to, they weren't struggling. So regardless of the fact, if that's what they wanted to do with their money, that's their business. But coming online and saying that you wouldn't spend money on something that you probably couldn't afford in the first place, like, how is that? Why do we need a think piece on that? Like, that's the equivalent of me saying that I'm gonna go, I would never buy a Bentley when I've never been in the market to buy a Bentley. If you don't have the money for it, which a lot of people who are making these think pieces, you just don't. You know, I mean, sometimes it's just not in your budget, and it's okay. But I don't understand, why are we grouping everybody into one umbrella, and how does that affect you? Let's make it make sense. Let's talk about some issues that really might help something.
At the heart of this debate isn't just about a viral video. It's a bigger conversation about how community are seen, judged, and often misunderstood. For many of these, prom celebration represent pride, love, investment in young people' future. I hope you understand. For others, they have become the target for criticism rooted in stereotypes. And that raises an important question. Are we taking this time to understand the culture different from our own? Or are we too quick to judge what we don't fully see? I want to hear from you. Do you think this was just misunderstanding, or was it something more harmful? Drop your thoughts in the comment below, and if you found this breakdown helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more real conversation that matter.